All right, welcome in, everybody. Locker Room Sports Talk. Thank you for coming by and hanging out with us today. We got the Big Sunday Show live in the house. I'm your host, Big Matt, and the co-host over here to my right, the Diamond Dean.
How y'all doing?
Well, what about this cool weather we have in here in the morning? What about that?
How's it?
Man,
Been away cold in the morning?
Oh, you ain't up early?
Well, yeah, I'll have to be up in the morning.
You wasn't up early this morning?
No, what
Oh,
was
man,
it?
that's great.
50-something?
60s.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought you meant maybe in the 40s.
No, that'll be Christmas probably before we get that
far. We going to
far.
get any rain this week?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen anything so far. Should be nice for high school football. Warming up in the evening times, when it gets time to get out there and start stretching about 6 o'clock. So, great weather for the day. I was up about 4 this morning. It just kind of breeze and, blowing, sit out there in the backyard a little while after
nice.
when I get home, and just great. So, everybody, welcome in Instagram. We're live over there tonight. We're going to start sharing this stuff over here during high school season. That's where most of the young people are at. So, our player of the week, we're going to talk about that, and that's where most everybody's at over there. Be over there. So we're glad Instagram people, y'all come in here and hang out with us. We're going to talk about high school football off the bat here. The scores are on the bottom of the screen there. And we will have our Big Diamond Player of the Week coming up here shortly. And we'll go into some of these games, and we'll take a check into next week's games. Everybody will be out of town except Sandrock.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if – I was thinking Center was playing at home.
Everybody's –
They got a White Plains.
They're at Etowah.
Really? I must have looked at an old schedule.
Yeah, they're at
I saw where Hoax Bluff beat Etowah. Oh, wait, I ain't even on. I saw where Hoax Bluff beat Etowah 28-3.
Yeah.
So Cherokee County, I must have just looked at the wrong one.
Yeah, everybody will be out of town this week. So thank you guys for coming by and hanging out with us, and hang on here and let's talk about some high school football. First of all, Dean, we usually start when he's at home at Cedar Bluff. He usually takes off first with it. Tell us what you saw. Coach Dupree's new coach over there at Gaston.
Yeah, they look better. Cedar Bluff played a real sound football game. Bradley ended up throwing for over 200. Cooper Bradley, he rushed for about 50. Great game. He threw 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
1 to Jonas Brown, 2 to Dylan McDaniel.
Former player of the week.
Yeah, 59 yards on both of them. One of them was one of those scrambles. But at one time there, Gaston cut it to 21-14, but after that, it really took off. And I think before it ended up being 42-14. Then it was 42-20. They scored in the last minute or so. They came back out. Gaston made some second half adjustments, came back out and run the ball pretty good for a drive, and then Cedar Bluff seemed to shut them down. Cedar Bluff seems to be a little pretty decent on defense, better this year. The Millers made over 10 tackles. Samuel Payne made a lot of tackles. Jason and Russell's son. Jonas Brown was all over the place. Isaac Roberts called his name out several times. And there was somebody else.
What's up, Jeff? Good to see you on here tonight.
Hudson Smith, he blocked a punt. I told somebody I was kidding around. I said, there ain't been a blocked punt here in 5 years, but I haven't seen many.
Yeah.
He blocked the protector back into the punter. Of course, Katie and Tracy had 114 yards. Cedar Bluff, 389 yards. It's a good game.
Right. Yeah, Coach Crane getting things moving along there. It's a good game.
Yeah.
That Gaston Cedar Bluff kind of rival has always, for the most part, been last year. It went down to the wire. They were back and forth, I think, most of the night. And I'm pretty sure it went down to the last play. Cedar Bluff scored late, I think.
I think they beat them last year, didn't they?
Yeah, it was 28-22, and they scored late to go ahead.
Yeah. But I think for both teams, obviously, because, you've got your 2 leading tacklers are freshmen. I'm talking about for Friday night. I don't know if they're the leading tacklers on the season. Payne's an underclassman. then you got Jonas. Well, Jonas Brown's actually a senior, but there's some players that didn't play a lot for Cedar Bluff last year that have come out and really helped them. And from what I've heard, Gaston's pretty young, and a couple of years they may be back to old form. They used to be tough now. Back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Right.
Only thing keeping them from going deeper in the playoffs, they always had to play Hazelwood.
Yeah.
I mean, they would be great, and then they just run up on Hazelwood, and that was it.
Wow, they always had some guys down there.
I mean,
Jeff said showed that Harrison County lost in the last 9 seconds of the game on 85-yard reverse.
85-yard reverse. With
that's
9
terrible.
seconds left.
Yeah, that's a mess, ain't it?
I'd have to see it, but I can't even fathom how that happened.
That sounds like it'd be a mess.
Maybe they backed everybody up, but still.
Right.
85 yards. Wow.
What's up, guys? Instagram folks hanging in there with us tonight. We're glad to see y'all on here through the football season. I don't know why. Shout out here to Instagram, all the players and stuff from all over. James, I see him on here. Has been doing a good job this center. So we're going to be on here more during high school football because for the Player of the Week award, and this is where the kids are at. They're on Instagram. And I don't know why I hadn't changed to a professional over on Instagram before. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why. But we're welcoming you guys over there. And y'all come hang out with us on every Sunday night, the big show, Tuesday and Thursdays. Y'all are busy with football. Yeah, so I know I won't see you then. But Sundays, and tell everybody, y'all come hang out with us on Sunday nights. We come on at 6 o'clock every Sunday. Ben, how you doing there? Cam Ward has been struggling against the Bronco. Well, he'll figure it out. We got to be more patient.
We
got to be more patient. So continuing through high school football, a lot of good plays. Cedar Bluff takes the victory over there against Gaston. Look good. I've seen some clips, some people we put up and stuff.
Yeah, they did. They looked real good.
And I know Gaston, Coach Dupree's new, and he's kind of in the middle of it right now. They're, trying to work on basic stuff and get in the weight room, and that's where you win. So, hats off to him over there putting in his time for little money.
Well, it's none of my business about what goes on at Gaston, but I don't know if it's the powers that be or the coaches themselves. It'd probably be nice if they keep a coach around.
Yeah, it would help the football program together along.
I know for a fact they've had 4 in about 5 years. So.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been that many? Well, we hope it works out. Coach Dupree, I've seen an interview with him, and young guy seems he's excited for the job, and we wish him the best because we know they don't make coaches don't make a lot of money. No. So now the game I was at, I circled that game, Dean, on my calendar back when the game come out. I circled Featherhead is going to Galesville. We knew what both teams were bringing back, and we kind of knew like in that with the region and how it's going to play out, where it was at in the season. It was likely to have 2 undefeated teams coming in there at the time.
Right.
And Valleyhead stumbled over at Cedar Bluff, and they got up on them pretty good. But, so going into the night.
Valleyhead's still a good team.
Sure. Yeah. Coach Hammond and Jody and them, they do a good job.
Yeah.
And going in, I felt, and we don't pick games, but I feel we usually, in high school, home teams usually it helps.
Yes.
In high school more. It don't matter as much in college because those kids have traveled and been all over. And
apparently nothing matters
in
college.
Yeah, they're not even from there. Usually half the young men that play there are from all over the nation. So I kind of felt an edge for the home team. And come to find out, Jack had hurt his leg, and he is literally running and then hopping one-legged after he scored. Played him on defense some. He would come in and out, and I talked to him on the sideline a little bit, and he's just the kind of young guy. He's a good kid,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his family, we know all of them, man. They're good people, and I hate it. I hate when I see kids get hurt, and because he really wants to play. He don't. If he wanted to watch the game, he'd buy a ticket. That's the kind of player he is, and it's just irking him not to be out there. And he gave it his all, got a lot of guts, and went there and played anyway through the pain. And but Valley Head, their run game and their attack and Ben, and they just
Blevins too.
Yeah, and they're just fast, and their speed worked to their advantage, and they could be in the end some and break a few tackles here and there. And the McElrath, the new addition over there,
pretty good.
They caught one. I think they were ahead by a touchdown, and then he catches one, and it was kind of amazing catch. By the way, hats off to him. He kind of jumps over, and like him and the defender jump at the same time, and it just went right over the kid's head from Galesville. They both reached for it, and it was a great play. I mean, even that was like, what do you do? I mean, what do you do? So, and that score, that kind of got away from them.
38.
Yeah, it got away from them a little bit later. It was, pretty much kind of in the 30s there most of the night, and then late, it kind of got away from them. So, hey, hats off to Valley Head coming over and figuring out, and Knapp will be the last one to make an excuse.
Oh, no.
For why. We all know Jack didn't play, and everybody knows if he'd have played, he's a difference maker in the game.
He is. What about this Heinrich? 227 yards? My God.
He would get out there and get to running, and he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
All the guys play really hard over there because everybody plays both ways pretty much most of the night. He's fun to watch. I think he had at halftime, Mr. Roy, shout out Roy Mitchell over for the Post Herald. Me and him stumble across each other this season. I really enjoy talking to him. Super smart guy. Just fun to be around. I think when we were like coming off the field at halftime there, I said that he's got to have 100 yards because he's run pretty good. And I think he said, and don't let me misquote you, Mr. Roy. I think he said he's already got 116. At halftime, I think he said 106 or 116. I knew he had close to 100. So
he finished with 227.
Yeah. And
until 66, but now he didn't play after the
halftime. No, he didn't. He played a little bit in the second quarter there, and as it rocked down midway second quarter, he got a bad stinger on his shoulder, and I don't know if his shoulder maybe it's a little dislocated or something. So,
So he's got a hamstring and a shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bless his heart. So, stat wise, he was the one kind of taking off with it. And hats off, hey, the quarterback. That's the first time I got to go see them play. Then Knapp had told us about his quarterback over there at media day. He said, "Hey, look, I know he looks like a guard, but he can throw the football. By God, he can throw the football.
He throw it some.
Yeah, he's pretty darn accurate, man. He throwed some over there in the corner of the end zone a time or two. Hey, shout out to him for. I thought he did a good job. And on the QB draws and stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck with tackling him. He's 250 or so. He's a big kid.
Well, the Trojans are averaging well over 300. So we got. They can move the ball.
Yeah. So that I know it didn't turn out how they wanted it to, but that was I'm glad I got to go and see the guys and stuff. And so, and then Cherokee County, their game. You can hit us with those stats on that game. I was getting texts with somebody who was at the game, and I felt again those feelings. I felt like Aniana's not. They were in the middle of it last year.
Right. So
we knew coming in they're not going to be they're going to be pretty good.
Right.
He runs a good program over there. They're a lot like Center in a lot of ways. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play hard, and that's kind of how it was. And I kept getting texts like, it was 20-19. And 20. It's like, okay, what's going on? And then he threw a pick six, and now they come back. And now I was like, wow, man, there was a lot going on.
Well, it was a shootout, 42-29, but Cherokee County pulled away.
After halftime, seemed like they adjusted.
They had over 400 yards. Of course, Keyshawn, 218.
218, that's a lot of yards for us, especially against Aniana.
Yeah.
It's, it ain't against, Pizza Hut over here. He rushed against.
No, he's had two good ones in a row.
Yeah.
Griffith threw for 100. They had over 400 of offense. Center did.
Yeah.
And that's about – I don't know. They've had a lot of yards the last 2 weeks. I don't know how many yards they gained against Piedmont. I don't think it was 400, but for the most part, they're moving the ball pretty good.
Yeah, it's what you expect from Coach Kelly.
Yeah.
It is. It's what you're going to get. They're going to run the ball and they're going to play hard.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 weeks in a row that they've
and they'll be on the road this week, and we'll talk about some of them
well
in a
over
minute.
300.
So that's a good win. I mean, that's, coming in there playing region play, and it's been a battle with them for the past couple of years. And, Fluff is at Mississippi State, which he led the team yesterday, and they beat Arizona State.
He did.
And he was a part of that win.
He had 34 yards. We let him in rushing. They don't run it a lot.
No, they don't. That quarterback, they're going to throw it.
Yeah, but it's not Mike Leach, but they still don't run it a lot.
Yeah, Levy's he's that kind of coach. They're going to throw it around. They're going to run it to keep you honest a little bit, but they're not going to be heavy on run. So
no, it's probably about 60-40, isn't it? Now
probably.
Leach, I mean,
he would throw it every play.
Rest his soul, but we had games on here where they ran 15 times,
maybe, and they throw the ball 60.
Yeah, and it just used to drive me crazy. But I obviously didn't want him to leave us,
Yes.
But they're still little pass more than. I mean, their leading rusher had 8 carries, so they didn't run it a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a good region win for Turkey County for them. And we talked about Valley Head, good region win. Cedar Bluff region win. Spring Garden Panthers, Dean, they roll in over there and play Raglan. I got some text about halftime. Shout out Jerry Mobley. Concrete, if you need concrete work, look him up on Facebook and holler at him. He'll definitely give you a free estimate. Tell him that we sent you. Spring Garden area over there. They settled back down, had a tragic thing that happened, back a week or two ago, and they got their mind settled down some, and those kind of things don't ever go away.
No.
But you can get settled down a little bit and get your mind back here on football, and it is a tough situation, but they go over and take care of business.
Oh, that was 52-33. Max Preps has it 33-32, Raglan with the win. And I'm like, that can't be right.
Well, somebody just reported it wrong.
Yeah, just reported wrong. 52-33.
Yeah.
They rushed for 400 yards again.
Ruark,
176. Ben Baker, 129. They even threw for 100. Had 500 yards. 500 yards of offense.
That's a good job over there, Coach Ragsdale.
Of course, Sadler had a bunch of yards, but he didn't have over 100.
I think I did, and one of y'all can tell me. I don't know if he got his foot stepped on or something to come out or something like that, and somebody can fill me
Sadler.
in. Yeah, somebody can fill me in on that. Tell me.
Yeah, it was mostly Ruark and Baker the other night.
Yeah, I think
Sadler didn't have as many.
I think he got his foot stepped on or something. It was something like that. I don't think it was nothing bad, or maybe rolled his ankle or
right.
Should be back next week. And I mean, region play is here. I can't believe it's already like we just wait. It seems like we wait 2 years for the season to get here, and then when it gets here, it's like
it's over.
Yeah, I mean, we're walking into going to start into week 3 this week.
Mm-hmm. No, week 4.
Well, this was. We just finished 3, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, man. I mean,
but now some teams have only played 2 games. It just depends on when you're
how you played jamborees or
whatever, open week,
spring. Yeah. And Ashley, now Sandrock guys, they took their lumps, and Coach Nelson's. This just kind of some things that it's just kind of what happens. You get a new coach, and he's working through his bugs to get his things put in, and it's just kind of what happens. And I know you don't want to hear that. I know. And Sandrock has been on a spiel for a while. I've always credited it to a few things, but the main thing that I can talk about is they had to go 3A that year. Man, that crushed them.
Yeah.
It just
had a lot of
they can't, man. It hurt the school. And Coach Jackaway leaving. Of course, I mean, you got a legend over there, and him, and and what he's meant to that town and the school, community, and everything. You started coaching over there for him years ago.
I coached there about 1.5 years. Yeah, a lot of them, man. They were good.
Yeah, absolutely. And when that goes away, when Nick Saban leaves, then the next guy, and then they bumped him in class, and that hurt them. That just, I think that put him in such a negative spot. But anyway, I know Coach Nelson he don't want to make no excuses. But Alec he still had some yards the other night. I know they didn't get off the scoreboard, and knowing him, he is not happy about it. Trust me, Alec, if you're watching, shout out to you, buddy. I know he's PO'd about it because he is. he is super competitive. So
right, he is. I've seen him play once this year, and he looked very good.
Yes, yeah, we're fans of him and his dad, and y'all work together even some, back in the day. So that's kind of roundabout for the county. We always hope everybody in the county could win. We always like that, but sometimes it just don't work out that way.
I'm not trying to change the subject, but did you see that losing streak for Columbia High School out of Huntsville?
Yes, did Ben put that on there?
94 games.
Yeah, I think ESPN even runs something on that. That's terrible, man. What?
That's 10 years. That'll be 10 years if they lose it this year. Wow.
You want to do player of the week, and then we'll go through next week's schedules? Or
yeah, we can do that.
If I can get this off the.
First of all, some honorable mentions on the player of the week. Of course, Ruark, 176 yards rushing. Kyler Bradley, Cooper. I'm sorry.
That's his brother.
211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Aiden Heinrich, 227 yards.
Yeah, these are all the kids that were, in the
right. That was in the mix for this. But the player of the week in a win, Cherokee County win. The county's leading rusher so far, Keyshawn Woods, 218 yards rushing.
Yeah, congratulations.
And I think that's probably the second time he's gotten this.
Yeah, well, he did. He got it. I remember
Let's see.
I remember him getting it last year. Took it over there to him.
So we've got Dylan McDaniel from Cedar Bluff, Jaquan Diamond, and
Keyshawn
Woods.
Yep. Keyshawn, congratulations, young man. I've watched him play a long, long time, know his people and stuff, and he's ready for that role to come in and be that that senior leader. And
he's a man. I've always thought he was a good back.
Yeah, he can get in there and make room. He had a good game in the state game. I know nobody wants to hear that. Well, he lost, but I'm just watching him play. He had a lot of moments where he was, elusive to get away.
Well, I don't know. He's coming on. He came on and had he's got over 2,000 yards rushing in his career.
That's
that's pretty good. And 2 of those years he wasn't the main back.
Yeah.
So he is now.
Yeah.
And he's got 475 yards in 3 games. Right quick before we get into next week, Matt, just through 3 weeks, and this is just estimate. This isn't dead on, but Woods 475. Centel 420. This is rushing. Ruark 400. Katie and Tracy from Cedar Bluff 325. Heinrich from Gillsville 350. And Baker and Sadler 300. Passing yards, Ashley and Bradley have 500. Griffin's got 275. That's through 3 games. And receiving and leading receiver in the county is Dylan McDaniel from Cedar Bluff with 300.
Yes.
100 yards a game. He's had 200-yard games already.
Wow.
And I don't know. He may have caught 6 touchdowns already.
Yeah, that's
5 or 6.
Probably a good guess. So make sure you hit the thumbs up, guys, if you're on the video there watching on the old YouTube and Instagram. Share, repost us and put us over there and let everybody know. Sunday night, 6 o'clock, we'll be on talking high school football here, and hang out with us usually about the first 45 minutes. We do high school football. Then the last 45, we'll do some college AP poll, and we'll go through Bama, Auburn, Georgia. And and Tuesday, if you want to come in and come by Tuesday night, I'll do some picks for the weekend for college football and break more. Got really get down into their opponents and who they're playing. And Thursday night, I try to go through and do the high school games for the next night.
Right.
And try to really give you a dialed in better guess about, again, who your local team is playing. So hit the thumbs up over there and subscribe to the channel. We surely do appreciate it. Facebook people, hit the stars over there if you want to. 99 stars is $1. We appreciate it.
I need it. No.
Yeah, so congratulations again.
Keyshawn, what's a good picture?
Keyshawn. Yeah, that's some of their team picture stuff. So congrats to Keyshawn. I'll
that's not something you want to see right before you go play against him.
No.
You'll be like, oh gosh.
We'll put that. I'll put it over there right now, just like this. So next week, Dean, let's talk about next week. Talking about the Warriors. Tell us what you think about them. They're going to be headed up the road here to a great old great old rivalry in the Grand.
I swear Max Preps had White Plains before them. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Cherokee County will be good. Etowah, I mean, Hoax Bluff's got a very good team this year, but Hoax Bluff's pretty much smoked them. Hoax Bluff's give up 10 points in 2 games this year to Southside and Etowah. When's the last time you heard of that happening?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. And I think Cherokee County, I'm not going to say Hoax Bluff is better, and I'm not going to say Cherokee County is better. I don't know. But both of them are very strong. So, but going and playing Etowah, you can't let your guard down.
Right. Yeah. Coach Peavy is a good coach, and I've seen a few things on him and some interviews. But I always went up there and interviewed him. So he kind of is in the middle of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just is.
Well, I think that if Center goes up there, Cherokee County goes up there and plays the way they played the last couple of weeks, I think they'll be fine.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. They go up there and take care of business like we figured that they would. Won't be nothing but a thing. So Instagram folks and stuff, thank y'all for coming by and hanging out. We know this is where most of the young guys are. We want to share our player of the week stuff over there, and we'll give scores every week and stats for the games and stuff. And we still brag on some other kids, that's out there doing their thing. And it's what we do. Sunday night, 6 o'clock, come hang out. Wilson's Warriors last week snapped their longest region losing streak. Oh, yes. That's
who's it?
It says Wilson's Warriors last week snapped their longest region losing streak against Danville. Jeff says, did you guys know that he's been listening and watching for 3 years now? It has been. Wow. What about that?
Yeah. Well, we've been on, is it 6? This
is the 6th year.
December.
Yeah.
6th.
Yeah. They'll be.
Since right before COVID.
Yeah. And that was kind of
3 months, I think, into it. We just started.
Strange how all that kind of turned out. And we were live on the air, and we'll go over here and get into we'll do Cedar Bluff schedule. We were live on the air when all that went down. And I remember the little short basket, Chris Paul, talking on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was talking, and he was moving his mouth, and you couldn't really understand what he was saying. But we found out later he was saying, why have we got to leave? I don't understand. Why? He said, why do we have to leave? And next thing you know, one thing after another, and here we are. And 6 years later, we're still doing our thing. So next up on the schedule, you will not be at Cedar Bluff, Dean.
No. They go to North Sand Mountain, and I've heard rumor that game's going to be Thursday.
It is for sure Thursday because of the rest. Thursday night, Cedar Bluff. Don't go over the field Friday because the game will be over.
And, I'm not telling Garrett Crane nothing. He don't know. That's a tough. I mean, you better go over there. You got to play better than you actually are over there anyway. You know that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I've been over there with mine.
Refs aren't known for. I don't blame nothing on refs, but they're not known for helping out the away teams in North Higdon, Alabama.
No.
And North Sand Mountain's also very good, and Cedar Bluff is playing very good now. So I think this could be a very good matchup, but it needs to be one that's flawless, and you need some big plays on defense. You need North Sand Mountain to have some turnovers, and
need the ball to bounce your way.
Yes,
you're gonna need some good things to happen, and
that's not somewhere you can go and not play well, and you're not going to come out on top there if you don't play well. But Cedar Bluff is playing very well.
Yeah,
and I think it'll be interesting. Big region game.
Yeah, it's an important game because it's the next game,
Yeah, and Matt Guilfoyle goes to Appalachian.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, how. I mean,
Appalachian beat Locust Fork the other night.
What did he? Well, but they're not the team last year. They don't got none of those guys.
I know, but still, scored 42 on them. I don't know. Somebody had picked Appalachian to win the region. Now, I saw some writers pick them, not all of them. I've also seen Spring Garden picked, Valley Head picked, and Ragland. So, but I would think that Coach Knapp would have to have all gears popping and everybody playing and Centel at 100% to go over there and have a good chance to win. Now, if he does, yes, I think they can. But I don't know if he does. I don't know.
Yeah, well, like you said, you just go over there and you show up, and we hope Jack's better. He's a huge part of their team. He's a huge part of their team. We hope he's rebounded from it. Now, Spring Garden will be traveling. Like we said, everybody's out of town except Sandrock.
Yeah.
Cedar Bluff is Thursday night. Okay, so if you show up to Cedar Bluff Friday, then you don't know the score already, then they won't be nobody there.
Yeah.
Dean's going to be in the box, though.
It'll be like it is. And I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but go to the first round of the playoffs at home and see how poorly the crowd is. And I've never understood it. I've saw it happen for years. And somebody told me that people think the season's over.
Well, the season's definitely not over for Spring Garden. Coach Ragsdale look, they're going to travel to Woodville. We've talked about them a little bit during preseason.
Woodville improved. It's improved.
Yes, they're not. I know when we first started playing and Marcus was playing a lot, they just didn't have a lot of guys.
No,
they were built. They didn't even have a football team. They were trying to start to play football. Okay, we're talking about Woodville. Hell, it's not that way anymore.
No, they're not just. They don't win a lot, but they're not pathetic.
No, they're an admirable football team. They go over and show up, and they have a tailback that year. Well, that year we played them, the quarterback was good.
I thought he was very good.
Yeah, man, I remember.
Very good. And, they
had to pay attention, beat them.
So they were real good a couple of years ago.
And then after he left, the next year after he graduated, they went over there and it was close.
Yeah. Well, they beat Cedar Bluff a couple of years ago.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It was
a couple of people.
They kept it close all night, and then went up. I think they scored on like something late. I remember seeing a video of it because I remember talking to Hagan about it. Like the few days later when I went to practice, and they were sick about it.
I don't think they're that's a W for everybody anymore.
Right.
So their football program's come a long way, but I don't see. I see Spring Garden being fine.
Yeah, they should be okay.
Yeah.
Go over and run the ball, do what they do. They're going to play defense. That's what the program does over there. They're going to play defense and run the football.
And then the last one is San Rocket section. Good chance to get there first. Section has improved. I know Valley Head beat section 14-6. But
it's another region game for them.
And it's at home. It's not away.
It's the only home game in the county. So
and I think they got a good chance to
if y'all don't want to drive off
to win that one. But section has improved. And I know Sandrock's hungry to get them a W.
Yeah.
Sandrock does not have an easy schedule.
No, we went through it. Cedar Bluffs is terrible.
Yeah, gosh.
When Bo come on.
I talked to Garrett one day. I said, your schedule's just awful.
I know their schedule, and I'm not just picking them out because I went to school there, and people know that. You've been watching the show long enough. We're extremely fair to everybody. Right. I'm just picking. Good gracious, man.
It's bad. You've already had to play
Valley Head
and Collinsville.
Then you got Collinsville next week. Gaston.
Gaston's a little down.
They're in the middle of something right now. But look, North Sand Mountain section's in the middle of stuff. You got North Sand Mountain, Spring Garden, Pleasant Valley, Coach of the Year last year. They're just running over people right now. Then you got Pisgah. And you're going to have to go up to Sandrock. And going up to Sandrock is like Alabama and Auburn playing. I don't care what the records say. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they're going to finish with, I think they'll be able to take care of Donahoe. So,
you got Spring Garden there.
I'll just say North Sand Mountain and, maybe not. But, you got Spring Garden and then Pleasant Valley.
Back to back.
And then Pisgah.
Back to back to back.
And then the county, your biggest rival, San
Rock. No, that's not an easy road. That's not. That's tough. And all those teams are good, and you can be good too. But those are still good. Those are still games you got to show up and play. And you're not just going. I mean, but it's just a tough schedule.
Yeah. So what do you? I guess take away from all of it. What do you look for for the weekend? Everybody be safe, and if you don't want to travel, if you're not going to drive up to Woodville or drive up to Appalachian or drive down to Gadsden, see Etowah, then
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if is there any other big games around I haven't seen.
Well, that's what I need to. Bun will know.
Piedmont may be playing.
No, I think they're going to.
Oh, are they? Hoax Bluff. I don't know who they've got. I don't know if there's any big games.
I know they're off.
Oh, Piedmont is.
Piedmont's just off. Yeah, they're off this week.
I'll talk to Sexton this week.
And then Glencoe has Glencoe's at home. They got Walter Welborn. And that'll be it. That's not too far to go. Come there and see Bailey Blanchard.
Oh, baby.
Fighting Blanchard's doing a good job there. Shout out to Bailey. Doing a fine job. So that's kind of that. Again, congratulations to our player of the week, Keyshawn Woods. Bro, we love you. We appreciate you. And we're recognizing all your hard work and your teammates and your linemen blocking for you so you can get them yards because it takes all of us. It takes us old fat boys to run up in there and put their head in the pile, right?
Yeah, linemen don't get enough credit, but don't take this wrong, Mark Welsh. I know linemen do not get enough credit. But we bash quarterbacks that runs for their lives. He sucks. He's terrible. I mean, and this guy literally has no time to throw. In that regard, linemen don't know. Every now and then they'll get on the line, but most of the time it falls on the quarterback.
Yeah.
And, let's just be honest. I know we're not getting into this, but everybody talks about how bad Jalen Milroe played last year. Did he really?
Yeah. Well, he was driving to run because the line wasn't blocking.
Did he really play that bad? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But football is a team sport.
Yeah.
And but no, and that's just the way it is with linemen. You're just not.
You don't hear nothing good or bad. Just nothing.
No. And that's just part of it. And most of those guys are the type that don't care.
Yeah, I didn't.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I know mine didn't.
I've never met a prima donna lineman.
There's some out there. There are some. Guys, let's thank our sponsor here, sponsoring the show, Cherokee Eye Clinic, 256-927-4030. JR and Upper McKenzie. Find them over on Facebook. Also, make an appointment there at CherokeeEyeClinic.net. Locations at Center and in Fort Payne. And also find the Warrior in You over at Warrior Gym. Fred Davis, he is going to be over there doing some training stuff. So get a hold of John, go on Facebook, find Warrior Gym, and call John and get your membership today. They got hoodies, they got pre-workout stuff. It's a nice, clean gym, everything you need. I went in there and got me in about a run. Well, I didn't run the whole mile, but I got a mile in, but I tried to do the best that I could. So, but go by and see them. We appreciate them for always being a huge sponsor of the show. Now, leading into that, Dean, college football was kind of a mess this weekend. So,
yeah,
guys, this is what we like to do. If you're new to us, coming by through on Instagram, we appreciate it. Hang out with us here and talk some football. Hit the old comment section over there. And the guys, really, honestly,
I don't know. Yesterday was weird. Some teams look great. Some teams look terrible.
Well, here's
just a hard week to get fired up for, I guess.
The roundtable topic, and this is what we like to do, and it just stirs interest or conversation. Did Alabama get their groove back, Dean?
Well, they did yesterday, but we really won't know, in my opinion, until Saturday. Now, Wisconsin's a formidable opponent. But they did go take care of business yesterday, and, that game was not even close. A lot of times teams, we saw what happened with Georgia, LSU, Clemson, they just didn't look good. in their gimme games, so call them. But Alabama did.
Yeah. We'll dive into some of them a little deeper.
But I don't know. I think we'll know more Saturday.
Yeah. Did Alabama get their groove back in the meanings of? Did they gain some confidence? If you just define it that way, I would say yes.
Definitely on that end, yes.
It hadn't happened in Alabama in over 70 years to score that many points. One. Number two, it's never happened in the SEC for a quarterback to go 17 for 17, to be 100% completions with 17 passes.
Yeah. I knew that T. Martin or somebody had one incompletion. That was the record.
Yeah.
He might have been 19 for 20. But, 17 for 17, and that did a lot for his confidence, I'm sure, because he heard a lot of crap.
And then, which wasn't his fault. He threw for over 260 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah.
And then your backup quarterback comes in and goes 3 for 3, and then your third-string quarterback that's just, out of high school, graduated early, has just been there through the spring and summer. He comes in, his first pass, he throws a laser in the corner over there to, was it Burden that scored that one when he caught it?
Bernard was their leading. He was their leading receiver again.
So he throws a touchdown passes. Keelan Russell's first pass is a touchdown. So what I'm saying is it adds to a lot of thought that the future is bright there.
Right.
And number two, did they get their groove back? Yes. And building some confidence? Sure. And it gives, some competition is what I like lastly
players
about it. That's exactly right. Because if you know DeBoer, and I know you Hater fans that just want to get on here like Messenger right now, and they're squawking about Alabama. They're Auburn fans.
We know that.
They're Auburn fans. They're squawking about Bama. All they talk about is Alabama because they're jealous, and they know they hate it because Saban is gone. But then Bama is still being successful, and if they watch the game, you could see that the guy put on a clinic yesterday. He's a quarterback guy.
Yeah.
His offensive coordinator is a quarterback guy. Sheridan is a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Called the plays last year and did fair. Guys,
yeah, I thought he did right, especially at the first.
If you didn't go watch Bama game, I watched Auburn game. And I watched Miami. I watched highlights this morning again of Auburn and Georgia to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. So before people just run off at the mouth, you're just running off the mouth, and did you even watch the game?
I watched some of it. Yeah.
I mean, but people.
You're just talking about.
Yeah, the people in general just, it's a joke or something. Did you watch? Do you enjoy the game of football at all? So if you do, then you should watch the Alabama game. I know you hate that color, and it surprises you in your soul. It changes your life for some reason. Go watch the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an absolute. And I know they played a Sun Belt team, but they're not a SWAC team. They're not a joke of a team. Their coach did win the Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year award last year. That's got to be worth something, ain't it?
Yeah, I've not known Louisiana Monroe just to be
awful,
just unbelievably horrible.
Right. So
they beat Alabama one year.
Did they get their groove back? Somewhat. Yeah, they got some confidence in there, and that's what they're going to need. And like Todd said, and even after that, they're going to need to keep playing and just kind of keep carrying on.
Yeah, I think we'll know more this Saturday. I don't think anytime you go out and beat somebody 73-0, no matter who it is, it's going to instill confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I was just really, as a football fan, it was just kind of amazing a little bit to watch these guys work.
Yeah.
Because that first game, it seemed kind of clouded and bloated to some of the players, and it seemed like a perfect storm of a mess. You had guys loafing and walking around.
Yeah.
There's no way the defense could prepare. And they said, well, they went through the schemes, and Mbakwe run the scrimmage offense.
Right.
But how would you know of any of Florida State's plays when their offensive coordinators never coached a snap there?
Yeah, I know.
How would you know?
That first game's tough. But this is the kind of crap that kills me now. This is what's not going to help Alabama. That's ridiculous. And that breeds overconfidence.
Yes, I was going, yeah.
I mean, why would you do that?
They're 25.5 points favorite.
Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Sorry, Lord. So Alabama beats UL Monroe. We decide they've got some confidence. So Vegas decides we're going to give them a whole lot of confidence. We're going to make them 25-point favorites over.
It may change some as the
Wisconsin.
As the week goes on, it may change some.
How's Wisconsin doing this year, by the way?
Yeah, we'll look into them when we get to Bama. So y'all don't leave yet. Don't hang around. Hit the thumbs up while you're over here. Hey, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram people, we're glad y'all are coming by and hanging out. Here's the other little round table topic, the last one, and we'll get into some LSU, Mississippi State. We've got to talk about them, Clemson, whatnot. Probably the most popular question that's everybody's talking about. This is the news. Last week it was Alabama losing because that's people just love to talk about Alabama. They live rent free in their heads. Coach Napier, Dean, is he gone? Are they going to run him off for that loss yesterday? Did you watch some of the game? Did you get to see?
No, I did not. And I was shocked by it.
I watched
turnovers.
I watched a lot of the first, and I went back to Ole Miss, Kentucky. I caught up with that for a while, and then I went back to it later and caught most of the fourth quarter.
Well, I got on the stat line here: Florida 350, South Florida 390. They got outgained Lagway 222. Jaden Ball, their running back, had 93. No, this is not good because let me tell you why. Florida's got one of the toughest schedules in the country. And this was not considered one of their tough games, was it?
Well, I told a Florida fan over here in town, he's a big Florida fan, be careful with South Florida.
Well,
I'm just telling you, I'm just saying, I said it Sunday, just be careful because they're fast.
Yeah.
They have some players. The guys that can't get into Florida State and Miami, that's where they go.
Oh, they're a different team.
And the coaches, he's Russian.
Yeah.
I think he was born in Russia.
I heard that.
So we said they're going to fire Billy. Here's the thing with firing coaches, guys.
I just don't know if that's the answer constantly.
It can't be now, especially because that money is going to cost to buy him out. Whatever it's going to cost to buy him out. Guys, spend that money on buying players.
Yeah. I think Napier's fine. We got to remember one thing about these coaches. They're not out there playing.
No. Coaches coach, players play.
He did a good job last year. South Florida's not bad, I'm telling you. They absolutely – and I know Boise's not the Boise of last year, but they smoked them.
Yeah.
And we'll find out. They play Miami this week. What if they go and beat Miami? But what I hate for Florida is they lost a game they wasn't supposed to. They already got a tough enough schedule. So –
I don't.
He's going to have to upset somebody somewhere, and he very well may. He may upset LSU Saturday.
I don't see. It's just a little different now. I don't see them firing Billy. So
not yet. I mean, what this third year there, or second?
Fourth, maybe third or fourth.
I think you got to give somebody 4 or 5 years, especially with this big change.
No, he's been there a little while now. When did they hire him?
Who was their coach right after Mullen left? Has he been there the whole time?
Let's see.
I can't remember. There's such a carousel. Of course, they want him fired. They say they always want their coaches fired, though. Fourth year.
Yeah. He started November after the 21 season.
I think they'll let him last the year. But after what he did last year, man.
But here,
golly, they went 8-5 last year.
Here's the thing about firing. What now?
They just did well.
I know. Yeah.
We already forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. Remember, we said
he was like the comeback coach of the year.
We said last year, if he wins 8, I'm building a statue for that man because he has.
And he won 8.
Probably the toughest schedule. They play 6 ranked. I think Oklahoma plays 7 ranked teams, and Florida plays 6.
I mean, Shane Beamer does the same thing up in South Carolina, and he's a god.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just it's.
And I know it's Florida.
It's Florida. It's like Bama. The expectations are just a wee bit more. They are. So, I mean, where do you find the idea to spend all this money Like fire the board. Game one, we're going to fire. No, you're not. Shut up. You're not firing the coach. We're not going to spend $250 million to fire this staff, hire a whole new staff.
14 games in.
That don't make no sense. So I would say no, they're not going to fire him. Keep that money, keep spending in the program. And I mean, your quarterback he still wants to catch a rabbit sometimes. Jackson Arnold, we'll talk about Auburn here in a minute. Same thing. He holds the ball a little too long, and he wants to look for a rabbit. If that one, his height is dead, he wants to catch a rabbit too soon sometimes. And that's just you can't hardly.
Does.
Yeah, you just can't hardly coach that out of him.
No, I thought there wouldn't be much of a game. I don't know why I thought that, because I saw what South Florida did to Boise. But, yeah, I just like, Florida will be fine. No. And turnovers hurt them.
Yeah, and we know what happened in the game, and we can just break the Florida game down right off the bat. I mean, guys, he spit in his face. The player did late there in the game, and that just kind of set everything up to be.
So they were blaming that on Napier.
Yeah.
Too. No discipline.
Yes, of course.
I keep hearing that about Alabama.
Well, they wouldn't. Well, those late. What?
Too late hits.
I got I did a 10-minute. That just killed. Alabama was the most penalized team in the nation in 23, 22. And I think Nick Saban was the coach.
Yeah.
Did we forget? Do you remember that?
Well, the Raiders
Do you remember that?
Years. Yes.
You remember them? They were drowned in Nick.
Yeah.
Remember we went to Tennessee and had how many penalties, Todd?
Oh, God.
14
or 15.
15 penalties?
I think it was 17.
And they tore the goalpost down and put them in the river because Bama had 15 or so penalties.
Yeah.
I think Nick Saban was on the sideline. So fans, please stop. You got to. It's just you're sounding insane.
Well, you can't not control another human.
Football's different.
Ultimately,
it's just different now. But to Florida, I mean, he threw for over 220 yards. He did throw a pick, which it just kind of happens. They rushed for over 100, and like I just said, they throwed for over 200 yards. But that little Brown guy, man, he threw for near 270 and threw a touchdown, and he also ran for 66 yards. Florida had trouble containing this guy.
You think they could have just been shell-shocked and been like, really? This team hanging around like that and just played tight? I don't know. They watched plenty of film on them. They knew they were decent.
Well, and we know who, Florida's got next week. We're going to talk about that. They got to go LSU next week, dude. Bro, I mean. So Florida, I don't think they fire Billy.
I don't think so. I don't think you need to.
But when
you can do what you want.
You didn't see it though. He spit in this guy's face from South Florida. The Florida player did. And they had him down there on the other end of the field. And when he did, well, that's 15. Throw him out of the game, and they moved him down. They could, kick a field goal nearly the end and win the game.
Oh yeah.
Now
that cost them. Is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Now one play don't cost you the game because Florida the game shouldn't have been that close anyway.
Well, no, I understand, and that's what people would say. But I don't understand the spitting either. That's two. Didn't Jalen Carter for Philadelphia Eagles do something of that nature?
Yeah, Dak spit down the ground and kind of laughed at dude, and then he spit, right in his face. That's going to get you thrown out.
He spit right in Dak Prescott's face.
Yeah. That to me, that's the ultimate. That's how you get you go.
That's how you get killed.
Well, you go to the dentist because you're going to get all your teeth knocked out. I don't.
Well, I'm just saying, and you go out here and you decide, you wake up one morning, you decide, I'm going to go spitting everybody I talk to's face. I'm going to bet you don't make it home that night.
No, you're not going to. Not around here. You may be able to do that out in California.
And somebody's going to be in jail.
But it's not going to happen around here. So the Gators just kind of flub and dub and fiddle fart and didn't make it through the day.
Might have lost their coach over it, but I mean, he's not been fired. So
I think they're going to keep him around. We'll start at the top here. LSU takes care of business 23-7 over
close.
La Tech, and everybody kind of fiddle farted this weekend. I don't know if it's just something in the air or whatever.
Nussmeier played okay.
237, did throw a pick, but they rushed the ball for 120. Well, minus his sacks, they rushed the ball for about 150 yards. I don't like counting. Stop counting sacks for yards.
Oh yeah, they count that off.
Why do we got to do that? I don't get it.
I don't think it should count on passing or rushing. I think it should count on total yards.
Yeah, I don't.
Not rushing, not I know you're like, well, it's got to be rushing or passing.
Yeah, what's the difference total yard? I don't like. Just don't have its own. That takes away from Barry that rushed. All these guys rushed for 50 yards nearly. Durham 30 yards. Well, minus 27. You might as well say Durham didn't rush, but for 2 yards then.
Well, it makes your rushing stats look bad, and it makes your O-line look bad.
I mean, he's the only one that had a touchdown. Durham had 29 yards rushing. Well, minus the 27. Well, he had rush for 2. Basically, you see what I'm saying? I think it's stupid. But
what about Barry and Brown, Kentucky transfer? Had a big game for LSU.
Yeah.
What did he have? He had 94
He
yards.
caught the ball for nearly 100 yards.
All right, let me ask you one question. Is Nussmeier still in the Heisman hunt? I know Klubnik's out.
Yeah.
Manning's out.
Yeah.
Drew Aller still in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hadn't heard
nothing. I
hadn't heard anything.
Hearing anything about Heisman talk at all.
I believe the quarterback South Florida has the backup because actually starting if you got into trouble. Well, there you go. And he did a good job. What's up, Logan? Bama is Group 5 powerhouse. Yeah. So LSU is. They figured out how to get the win. It's 10-0 at half, and I just kept thinking, well, okay, and I'd flip over there and watch a little bit, and I thought, well, they'll get it together. Well,
do you think they were still
hungover?
Yes. Because that Clemson game was tough, and neither one of them played good yesterday.
And maybe Florida had LSU on the brain.
Neither one of them played good, LSU nor Clemson.
Maybe Florida was thinking about LSU.
And I'm going to take up for Georgia a little bit. They had the yards.
They had an 82-hour rain delay, it felt like.
Is that what happened? Because this score.
Huge storm blew through the area. Big storm. So
they had 400 yards. Austin Peay didn't even have 200, but that score is not what you thought. Did he just take it easy on them? He ran Frazier and Stockton, but they had the yards. They just didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, they run for say 200 yards. Bowen's Chauncey kid had 2 touchdowns. He's from down there at St. Lucie.
Yeah, Georgia just gets their
freshman kid too, Dan. The Bowens.
They said that. I'm serious now. Coach Bullen told me this, that at Austin Peay, they screamed the whole game, "Let's go Peay."
Now JSU, we played them for homecoming, and it turned out fine. It was 14-3 at halftime, but the score was late.
You talking about this one?
Yeah, it was kind of late.
You think the rain delay is 21-6 going in the fourth, but you look at the stats and you're like, Austin Peay didn't do nothing.
I know, no.
It's a weird game.
They rushed for 45 yards and the quarterback threw for 150.
Wow.
A
weird game. You think the delay had a lot to do with this?
Yeah, it had to.
Because we know Georgia.
Ellis Jr.
is 22 points better than Austin Peay. And that's not even a knock on Austin Peay. That's a 44.5-point spread, I think.
Yeah. Hendersonville, Tennessee, this kid that plays for Austin Peay. The Governors, one of their DBs, number 1, Dean. His last name's Ellis. His first name's also Ellis.
Ellis.
Why? Why would we do? Why would you do that? What?
You're not joking, are you?
Well, that's what it says. But he led the team. He had a bunch of tackles that just started.
Ellis Jr.
From Hendersonville, Tennessee. So he's from up that way. So started to give him a shout out there.
Yeah, that's a little different. I hope that's wrong. That's what hurt.
He had 11 total tackles.
Right there.
Yeah, they turned the ball over.
Georgia turned the ball over twice.
Mm-hmm. That don't help.
That's kind of a flat win. I'm sure Kirby's not happy with that.
Seems like it's catching. Hurricanes, no problem over Bethune.
And Mark Bailey mentioned this next one. I don't understand it. Oregon 69-3 over Okie State. 69-3.
Nico and 2 signed a NIL deal to be Gavin Newsom's trade. I don't.
He's talking about the governor in California.
Governor. Yeah, he asked me about that. Yeah, Ben said something about
69-3.
what's happened to the old Cowboys.
Okay,
What?
are they fixing to get rid of Gundy?
Man,
I'm afraid so.
You pick on me. I'm a man.
And
I'm 40.
He's done a good job there, but they've kind of gone flat. They fell flat.
67 yards, Dean. Come on.
Passing?
You throw for 60. How do you throw for 67 yards?
How many did they rush for? Oh, man, they had 200 yards.
Total.
What's their record now? They won the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, 69-3. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that may be the worst they've ever been beat.
140 rushing and 67 passing.
Let's see what old big Dante Moore did.
Let's see, no turnovers or nothing going on there. He had 266 with 3 tutties.
He's going to get in this talk for long.
Yeah.
This Heisman talk.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I mean, that's a quality win. That's a Power 5 school.
Look how much they run for.
Oh my gosh! On 37 carries.
That's about 8 or 9 yards a carry.
Somebody tell us what's going on with Oklahoma State. What in the world is going on over there? They did terrible last year. We're supposed to be good. Had 19 starters back.
Yeah, at some point you gotta.
I don't understand. And Gundy's always been a good coach. What?
Arch Manning rips and dips and takes care of business over San Jose State. I did watch the first quarter of that. They just stumbled and bumbled, and it took him a while. I mean, it was like into the second quarter, maybe late first quarter, and he wound up with 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. He did throw a pick.
Their offense is not looking great.
But it just took a while. I mean, they did score twice, and it was just fiddly, fumbly. He scored, and then right before second quarter, they scored, and then, in second quarter, they scored 21-0 time. And I think San Jose scored something. It was 21-7. And it was 28-7. I turned, I got over to some other, because I knew by then, they're going to take care of business. They run for 155. And of course, everybody had a catch, Winston Moore Jr. Wingo went up with 30 yards.
They had a lot of yards.
Yeah. And they did.
So they come out kind of flat, huh?
Yeah. Taffy had 8 tackles. San Jose State quarterback.
Taffy's already got 17 tackles in 2 games.
But Eggett, though, for nearly 200 yards. Walker Eggett for San Jose. They're 0-2 right now. They're trying to find a way. They're gonna figure it out. Clemson and Troy, what a game that was. I did fiddle around, watch some of that. Just same thing with Georgia. I was thinking the same thing. What are we doing? Here we go. What's going on?
Clemson 315, Troy 300, Klubnik 196 to another pick. Randall did good, Adam Randall. And the receiver did real good. Nesco, was it Bryant Nesco?
Yeah, Bryant Westco Jr.
Westco, I said Nesco. Westco. But it's just a flat performance from Clemson. So I'm wondering if from Bama and LSU, that can't be a coincidence. Because Troy's not supposed to beat Clemson.
No. You remember this kid?
Oh, yeah. Played Alabama.
Yeah.
No, played it. Georgia.
Yeah.
Ra Thomas.
Yeah, he wound up. He's senior. He's over there at Troy now.
I don't know why I said he played it. He played somewhere else. And he went to Georgia.
Yeah, he had a decent game.
Let's see if we can recognize any of them names for. Yeah, Ra. That's. But Clemson just kind of flat, I think.
Peyton Higgins, I know that name.
That's the old boy played for Mars Hill.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
senior.
They won the state with him.
Yeah, and they're going to be. Hey, we could talk about that Thursday because I'll go through some teams Thursday.
So he pretty much starts for Troy, right?
Mars Hill is on a. I don't know.
Okay,
they're ripping through 3A North.
Here's my next question: is Clemson flat, or is Troy just getting better? Is Troy not just an absolute beatdown when you schedule them? I'm talking about the Power 5 schools.
I think for sure it's definitely the portal has definitely changed stuff to where the portal's changed stuff, man. We just got to be real honest. It just has. It just has. And Clemson fiddle farted. I mean, they couldn't score in the first quarter.
No, they barely outgained him.
I don't know, man.
Troy played some ball.
Because they scored first, and I thought, holy crap, what's going on? Really?
Well, I'm going to blame a little on the media. They put a little pressure on Clemson. And, they give him the Heisman. They ranked him number 4. There's some people even picked him to win it. And they got LSU opening up. I mean, golly. And I know a coach can go, don't listen to that garbage all day, but they're going to listen to that garbage. You know that.
Yeah, you got to turn your phones off. South Kakalaki takes care of business 38-10 over South Carolina State.
They didn't have to do much.
No, Sellers and stuff. Illinois is kind of
That was close.
There was a few people thought Duke may be able to do something. Obviously not.
It was closer than the score.
Coach Beelum is doing a good job over there.
They're legit.
Mississippi State, I picked them to win this game. A lot of people wouldn't believe in. I just think how they play. Football. Football is matchups. Football to me, and a buddy of mine used to talk about this a lot from over here. Football is a lot kind of like matchups. It's like boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's how some teams match up.
Well, let me ask you something.
I don't think Arizona State and the Leavitt kid, he only threw for 82 yards, threw 2 picks.
That's why they won that game, is they stopped their passing game.
Yeah.
Now, they rushed for a bunch of yards.
250.
But
they had 2 backs go over 100.
All right, let me ask you
82 yards passing.
one question here. 20-17, I go out to the truck. Before I get back in, Mississippi State is up. What happened? He threw a long pass.
Yeah. Chapin is – look, man, Levy's a good coach. I'm just telling you.
Chapin's good.
Levy's not a bad coach, and we talked about him in the summer. And we said, Mississippi State fans, just be patient. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get your mind right. I think he come from that Lane Kiffin tree, sort of. I mean, that's where he was,
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing. And when your leading rusher, Fluff, shout out Aniana, Fluff Both will come in. Your leading rusher had 34 yards for Mississippi State.
They didn't run for many. They threw 33 times. How many times did they run it? 30.
Yeah, good balance.
So they're throwing it more than they're running it. But Chapin's good.
Good balance. He hit all his receivers. I mean, you got 2 guys go over 100 yards receiving, and Thompson had 2 touchdowns.
I'd heard a rumor before the season that they had 2 stud receivers coming in.
Bothell Fluff caught one too. He had a 5-yard catch.
And I'm betting that, look, this guy's already caught 13 passes for 225
Spearman,
yards.
Texas, 5'9", 170. I don't want to hear nothing from Ryan Williams. I don't want to hear nothing from you. He can't play the slot over here too. This guy does. He's having a good year. 225 yards on 13 catches with 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 17 yards a catch. He's a senior. He's 5'9", 170.
I wonder where he came from.
Spearman, Texas. So
he can fly. I'm talking about where he transferred from. I wonder.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. It may tell. He's from Spearman. He was
Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah. So he started out he started at Texas season and went to Oklahoma for 2.
For Oklahoma.
And he skipped that over and went to Mississippi State.
Ryan Williams going to be back anytime soon?
Yeah, he'll play Saturday against Wisconsin.
Okay.
Let's see. We went through Florida. Florida State. I mean, what do you say?
77-3. East Texas A&M.
Yeah, you're supposed to beat them like that.
Yeah.
Now, the game of the day that most people talked about, Oklahoma and Michigan. It's not a surprise. I liked Oklahoma to win this game. Underwood is good, and I think he can still prove himself out there.
Haynes did good for Michigan.
Yeah, he had a long run. He wound up with 125. He had that 175. So take that one away. He didn't rush for a lot of yards. He had 19 carries. So
125.
But his long was 75.
I don't know why I'm pointing.
So take that 75 from the 125, and that leaves you what?
18 carries for 50 yards.
That's not real good.
Yeah, that's less than 3 yards a carry.
That's not good.
Have that.
So you can stay up there, because if you ain't with the Tide, then he can just stay up there. We don't need him.
Mateer's going to fool around and get in this Heisman.
Yeah, he is.
Those numbers.
Yeah, he is already for sure.
270 and 74 rushing.
Yeah.
Wow. Deion Burks, 101 yards.
He's good.
They had 400 yards, or well over it. Michigan had what, 146, 288. Wow. Oklahoma looking good early.
And SEC people, go ahead and strap them on because Auburn's going to get the first taste of them here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
out there
a good game.
It's at Oklahoma too this year. Iowa State and Iowa, that was the game I watched mostly. You was over then.
Yeah, that was a
good game. I knew it was going to be a good game. Those two are going to battle back and forth. Now this one here, Baylor and SMU, I watched a lot of it, especially towards the end. Hey, look, man, Baylor just figured out a way to win, and SMU figured out a way to pee it away. They literally peed down their leg.
What was the box score on that? How many yards did
They literally peed down their leg.
440. He's going to fool around and get in that Heisman talk. Sawyer Robbins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good quarterback. Genius wound up with nearly 300. He threw a pick there, though. And it's just a bad time to throw a pick.
Mm-hmm.
That Harden kid, SMU, caught for over 100, and then that Washington kid rushed for over 100. And Harden rushed for over 100 also. But
600 yards. Wow.
That's a lot of offense.
I don't think SMU's as good as they were last year.
They're not.
And I think Baylor's probably better than they were last year.
I don't.
Well, how many yards did our boy have, the receiver? This is good for them.
For who?
Trigg. What? I can't remember his name. Y'all see
the tight end at Baylor?
Yeah, he's a stud now. He's a first rounder if I've ever seen one.
He had 38 for 4 catches.
Trigg.
Michael Trigg.
He looks like he would at least get drafted.
I did him on a pre when I broke them down before Auburn.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do I'm not doing South Alabama for Auburn. I'll do Wisconsin. I'm not going to break down South Alabama. I did Baylor because that's come on, man. Auburn should beat South Alabama by 30.
Yeah, they will, I would think.
See, rolling in here. We'll get down to last these. We did LSU, Clemson, Georgia. Kentucky and Ole Miss. Ole Miss finally has broke the hex 30-23 on the final there. Ole Miss moves on to 2-0.
That was a good game.
Yeah, mostly the day. That was overall. It was a good game. Simmons is the deal, man. He is a real good quarterback. He did throw 2 picks. That's a problem.
Kentucky looked good,
but Lacey and also Simmons running around helped save them. It helped save them in a lot of places there. And then Wallace and Alexandria stepping up, catching the ball for them.
I thought that I'm not saying Kentucky's going to do great this year.
Yeah,
but I will admit they were a little better than I thought they would be.
They just play Ole Miss good. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, beat them last year.
Yeah, this the McCowan kid. He's come in and played for them this year to be good. But, Calzada's, he's 32 years old. He's been playing.
He did. Yeah, he beat Alabama. That was a long time ago.
It was like 2000.
Chain was their running back.
Was that 2020?
2020, 2021.
I don't know about some.
No, Alabama won it in 2020, so it would have been the year after.
I don't know how some of these guys play. How do they keep playing?
I don't know about that now.
But it was a good game. And lastly here, and Tennessee did win. They scored a bunch of points. Indiana wins. Utah, Cal Poly. Lastly, Alabama, and we'll talk about Auburn next year.
One more thing before we get into it. Before we get into these two, Army beat Kansas State. A week after losing to Tarleton State, they come back and beat Kansas State. So I thought that was interesting. I think Kansas State is officially out of it. They were supposed to be pretty good this year, but it's not working out that way. So who's the Heisman guys now? John Mateer, Dante Moore, Sawyer Robertson? Is that your –
Yeah, probably.
Nussmeier still in it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Klubnik's out. Arch Manning's out.
Well, it depends on what they do. Right. Arch is going to stay in it because of, who and what, when, where, and why, of who he is and that kind of stuff.
Right.
We got, did we talk about Kansas, Missouri? Because I watched a lot of that one.
Golly, Missouri had 600 yards. 600.
I don't think we did talk about that.
We did.
The Perbula, he was good last week, man. And we thought, well, they played, Skippity-Doo Lane Community College.
I think for 300 yards. Look at their running.
3 touchdowns, run for 260.
They had 600 yards.
And that's Hardy kid here at Mizzou.
He's a stud.
You know where he was running back at last year?
Where?
Monroe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
I found that out studying for Monroe that coach won Bear Bryant Coach of the Year, and their tailback won SEC Sun Belt Conference Back of the Year. So he jumped out. He transferred. I bet he wished he would have stayed.
That makes sense now because it said he was the leading rusher returning in the SEC, and I took it that he played in the SEC last year. He is the leading rusher returning in the SEC, but he didn't play at Missouri last year.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of him. I'm like, well, who is he?
Yeah, I found out just through studying Monroe. This was probably, this game and SMU Baylor was a good game.
Y'all can sit there all day and say, I keep up with Law Monroe, but no, you don't. You're lying.
No, of course you don't. I just studied them because they was playing Bama. And I'll do Wisconsin.
Look at Kevin Coleman there. 126 yards, 10 catches. He's their man now.
Yeah.
They've had some good receivers. They had Bird.
Yeah.
Coleman's one of the best in the conference, I think.
Prambula he just kind of – they had chances to quit because Kansas jumped out on, quick. It got bad quick, and I thought, well, because they scored, it was like 14-0. Mm-hmm. And then I think Missouri scored and made it – did they kick 2 field goals? I can't remember.
No, they scored 6 touchdowns.
Because he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, they did kick 2 field goals. They scored 5 touchdowns.
He threw for 3, then they run 2.
I think they had a 2-point conversion. I think you're right.
So it was kind of bad. Then it got into the second quarter, and they turned it on. So I hung around. I come back over there, and I kept watching some more. And that's what I'm saying. He just kind of keeps his cool, man. This
Bo Prabula.
Yeah. He come from Penn State, I think. Yeah, he's from York, Pennsylvania.
Got 617 yards in 2 games.
82 QBR.
17th in the country.
Yeah, he played 2 seasons at Penn State, and he knew he's the one that was in this is the kid. Do you remember me telling you last year when they were going to change the portal?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a kid at Penn State that said, well, they were kind of dogging him for leaving, but he was like, well, if I don't now, that I'm going to get into spring, and then I won't be able to leave because
I'm not going to play over Allard.
Right. I'm not going to get to play over him, but, Coach Franklin obviously recruited the kid, so.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Obviously, he's done his job.
I think that coach has done well there.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
Me and Matt watched a special one day, and their fans were hollering to fire him.
It's at the Peanut Gallery.
And that was the year they went 10-2.
Ben says the South Carolina Lamar Sellers became the first South Carolina QB since Sunshine Bass to win a game in Atlanta.
Ronnie Bass. You know who Ronnie Bass is, quarterback. Remember the Titans.
Jeff said he loved the Sooners beating that team up north. Zach, Trigg wasn't huge for Baylor this week like he was last week. No, he didn't match up too good is what it was, Zach. Because Auburn's, their linebackers are not good. They don't have really a lot of good linebacker play.
They're better. They got some good up front guys and some good
17-year senior, Calzone.
Good secondary, Auburn's got. But secondary don't look as bad now because this cat for
the Army player saved some guy from burning up in a car too. Him and his dad. Yeah, they seen a wreck and they run over and got him out.
Baylor's quarterback's got 850 yards passing now in 2 games.
So, Mateer and Nuss, those are, some guys that it's going to wind up being a darn quarterback again, I'm afraid.
Mateer, I know. I have heard them talk about them.
So watching the Tide play, did you get to watch any of it, or was you gone? Or?
No, I watched some of it.
I think I probably spoke about, guys, I'm just telling you, and it's what it's supposed to be. But even though if you're playing a lesser opponent, that still don't change the fact that your receivers catch the ball. And it don't change the fact of the accuracy of your quarterback. Now, the windows are smaller against a better team, duh. When Alabama plays Wisconsin, the windows he's throwing in, Ty's windows will be smaller. But that don't change the fact of accuracy. And
no, you still got to catch it.
Yeah, so DeBoer put on a quarterback. Him and Grubb put on a clinic. They said, we're going to put on a clinic tonight for the home crowd. Welcome back to Tuscaloosa. They scored 73, and they had 2 touchdowns called back. 2. Both was pure horse manure. Pass interference on a guy. He never extended his arms and pushed the dude at Monroe kind of had a hold of the tight end as much as they had a hold of each other. They called him for interference. Terrible call. And then we scored another one on I think one of the boys run the ball in, and Brailsford pancakes the guy, rocks him, grabs him, got him tied up on his pads. He's got him in his pads, and they go down on the ground. The guy falls. You can see his ankle roll, and they falls on the ground. That's holding. Bring the touchdown off the board.
Really?
Holding. I can't get started about the refs again. They are slow in the game. Todd, it was
the game lasted bad. Forever.
The reffing is bad. It's not getting any better. Every time I click it to one game, I swear, if I see one more time, we got to look at the ball. When they catch it in the end zone,
he hits the ground.
One of the guys, I don't remember which game it was. I don't remember. I watched about 5 different games. He catches it, hits the ground, and when he landed on the ball, of course, the ball moves because you land on the ball. If you land on a pillow on the ground, it's going to move. They're looking at it.
Kind of ignorant.
And they look at it. Then they go on this side and look. They have a different camera. And they want him to, like, it can't move it off. You catch the ball as a receiver and you hit the ground with it. They're just microscoping if that ball does this. That move, just no catch.
Nah.
He rolls over and holds it up in the air. This one touchdown I'm talking about. Maybe one of y'all can remind me what game. He catches it, rolls in the end zone. As he's rolling over, he holds it up in the air. What are we supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? Like sign it and autograph it and go get the ref a bag of popcorn? Come on, man. Daggum, dude. It's killing me.
That taking them catches away is just, to me,
last week was terribly bad.
It's just not smart. What are you doing?
Terribly
What are we doing? And an announcer said it last week, said, boys, I'd hate to see a real catch if that's not one. Jesse Palmer might have said it. I'd hate to see a real catch. No, it wasn't Jesse Palmer, but I don't know. It might have been Herb Street. I'd hate to see a real catch if that's not
one.
And
the last one, and we'll talk about Bama a little bit. We've kind of broke them down. They whooped up on them, and we'll look at Auburn here. And guys, in the AP poll, we got to look at that. I disagree, Ben. That was not a targeting. If you throw your shoulder in the guy's chest, that's not leading with the crown of your helmet to the head or neck area. He did none of that. Drake Kirkpatrick Jr.
Oh, Drake Kirkpatrick Jr.
jumps in on the play, and actually, let's see. It's one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen in my life. It's a terrible call.
Let's see here. I'm going to make I believe you, but I'm going to see what I think.
See if I can even find it. He hit that Griffin kid. I know this ain't it because it's showing a different date. Heck no.
That's 2000. That's his dad.
Yeah.
He's been playing 13 years, y'all. Targeting. Put targeting. I don't think it's on there, is it?
Why would it not be on here? Yeah, there's the. So nobody's got a video of it. Really? No, nobody's got a video.
You think it may be on there? No, there's no videos, is there? It's bad call though.
Okay, anyway, they're not even going to pull up there because it's so bad. When he dove and he threw his shoulder and put his head across the body like you're supposed to. His shoulder hit the boy in the chest. His helmet never touched him. Targeting is supposed to be he wasn't defenseless, number one. He caught the ball. He's making a football move. He'd already caught the ball, and he's running with it. He's made several steps in the action of running the ball. So, one, he's not defenseless, and that's defined differently. That's what pisses me off. It's different every week.
Yeah. I don't think there's
no consistency to this targeting call. He's not defenseless. And two, he throwed his shoulder in his chest. And this is why, guys. Well, when Saban was there, they were just monster hits. They were blowing people up. You can't play that way no more. Do you watch the game? If y'all watch the past 3 or 4 years, you get thrown out. You can't play murder ball anymore. You cannot play murder. So all these, and the people that are saying it, though, not you, Ben, the media people that are saying it, I know who they cheer for, and you know who you are. They are not Alabama fans. They say that to gaslight Bama fans, and Bama fans fall for, yeah, he's right. We should be blowing them up and hit them like Reuben Foster, Hightower, Mosley, and them used to do, and McLean. You can't play that way no more. You see what's happened? They throw him out. They just throwed him out for putting a shoulder in the guy's chest. They threw him out of the game. Mm-hmm. It's not even – he never hit any part of the crown of his helmet, never touched the kid's head or neck area. Never. And the guy hits the Griffin kid, their star receiver at Monroe, that is like – he's like 6'4", 220 pounds. He's their big guy. Mm-hmm. It's just – and Dre is way smaller than him. Mm-hmm. God, I'm so sick of these refs. They are killing me.
Yeah, I wish they'd take that out. And just, somebody made a good point there. They said, well, they make money now. Just fine them.
Bro, you can freaking see refs. Y'all can see. And you go back and look at the video and you still call it. You can see his helmet. If he just lowers his head and drives it right under his chin strap like how we used to play, I get it. They're trying to save the kids and be safe. I understand why you're doing it. Stop throwing them out. That's really what boils me. It's the throwing them out. Okay, targeting, 15-yard penalty, first down. That's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing now. Yes. Stop throwing them out because we don't know what the rule is because there's no clarification. This week it's one thing, and then the dude, like 3 plays later, when Monroe gets the ball, Bama's going, they get the ball, they punt, we get the ball back like 2 plays. Dude, their guys are right. I think it was Riley or Young. He's sprinting out around the side, and one of Monroe's players, straight as the tailback's going out of bounds, lowers his head and ear holes him. Mm-hmm. It's straight head to head, bam. And you know what? Nobody says nothing. And what even gets me more angry is what bothers you. The announcers, they'll prop it up. And then when this guy gets a hit like that, they don't say nothing. Mm-hmm. They're gaslighting. Not, yeah, he got to throw him out. And even when the head ref on the TV watches it, says, no, I'm not calling that. They come out targeting, players ejected. And the head ref in the box is talking to the people on TV. And he's like, oh, that's a bad call. Mm-hmm. Can he not call down there? He's the head ref.
I got to let them do it.
Stop throwing them out. You're changing the game. And Bama didn't need no help to win the game at all. But Drake Kirkpatrick Jr., he's like 3rd string DB. He don't going to get to play hard. He's a freshman. He's learning his way. Mm-hmm. Stop throwing them out. Just stop throwing them out. Mark says the ejection of a player targeting call has got to go. I'd rather be 30-yard penalty than I'm with you, man. I don't see it. So Bama game just kind of is what it was. They did what they should have done. This is how you're supposed to play a lesser than team. You're not supposed to let them hang around. You don't go in at halftime up, almost 14-0, and you just kind of dilly-dally in and fiddle farting. And did you catch any of the Auburn game?
I did watch some of it. Yes.
Auburn played Ball State. They are a team out of the MAC conference. I watched.
I got to throw a little.
I watched some more probably after the halftime because when I look at halftime, this score don't. To me, they scored late, with like a minute left. Going into halftime, it was 14-0, and they scored right at the. I'm like, really? So when I'm looking to go over there,
21-0.
Yeah, I'm like, why is it 14-0? And they got down there close, and some Ball State kid busted coverage and let him score. And I knew then, I was like, well, they're like that kid. He didn't even cover it right. Jackson Arnold winds up with 250 for the day, 3 touchdowns, 24-28. Good. He has a good percentage for the day. Dudes come in and threw 5 balls. He threw 2 or 3 good ones. He's still in the process of. He's not Keelan Russell.
No.
Let's just put all that up front.
What about Cobb?
Yeah, he had a
man?
good day.
Ooh.
He had a couple long runs. He had a 50-yard long. He was rocking with about 50 or 60 yards rushing, which is about where I thought he would finish with close to 100. And he had maybe about 60 or so. Then he had that one long one breakout. Okay, Darrell Robinson, he had that a long run for a touchdown. I think he was the one that scored. Yes, he did. So that he's come in
Austin
to be a part of the
didn't run
team
it at all.
Yeah,
he must be hurt. Saw where Cam had a good game too. 7 catches, 77.
Yeah, he needed to. It's time
Yeah.
for him to start taking control and be the guy everybody says he is. It's time. It's stop telling us you're hurt or stop telling us just go out there and do it.
Singleton, pretty good game.
Just go out there and do it.
64 yards.
Yeah, they're going to throw the ball against these lesser teams and let Jackson start to try to find a rhythm, with his teammates. But besides with your own team at practice, which these games like these, they're kind of a glorified practice.
Yes, they are.
I mean, it just kind of is. And it's Ball State. I don't think they won 3 games last year. Okay.
No.
That's just, okay.
No, a bunch of teams played bad teams yesterday.
Yeah. So take away from Alabama and Auburn. What's your takeaway for the day
I thought they both looked fine. I thought Alabama was very dominant. 73-0.
and 2 lost and 2 touchdowns called back.
Yeah, and ridiculously dominant. But I think it's
100-0.
good for their confidence. Now they're both 2-0. And Alabama's got a tougher one this week. Auburn does not. Auburn's going to be more than likely 3-0. And
Bama's 1-1. They should go in.
They should
Wisconsin.
be okay. I don't understand why they're a 25.5-point favorite with Wisconsin 2-0.
No.
I don't like that. I don't like them seeing that because you see that and you automatically, they must not be too good. And then you play soft.
Well, that's why they got to, get in their mind. You play faceless opponents.
Yes, you do. And he'll stress that all week, I'm sure. Because I'll be honest, if I was a college football player and I saw where we had a 25-point spread, I would let my guard down a little.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do it. You know as well as I do, Wisconsin's not bad. Good coach.
They're not the team they was. I don't think they're as good as they was last year. They're not.
And I do think Alabama will win the game.
What do you think about Auburn lastly for the overall the day? I know you didn't watch them, but just seeing some stats.
Look good. Look good. Got Arnold, like you said, practicing on the throwing.
Yeah.
Because he did not throw much against Baylor, 17 times.
Yeah.
But he got throw 28 yesterday.
I just don't think he's
nearly double.
It's just not, and I try to tell fans, but their fans are.
He's not a big time passer.
Well, they're just sensitive. They've had a dismal 5-6 years of football, and correction is not insulting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big problem there. It's hard to talk to Auburn fans because they feel insulted when you correct. Because I'm critiquing. That's what we do. I think this is a sports media show. We don't talk about Justin carburetors. Hello.
No, we can start.
Hello. this is not a weed eater show. I know people want us to talk about Seafoam and how good it's worked in our weed eaters, but this is sports media. It's called Locker Room Sports Talk. So we're going to talk about sports, and your team is playing well. They've, not been good at the sport. But I had to critique, and if you didn't think I didn't critique Bama at Florida State game, then I guess you need to go back and watch that show, because I was pretty animated about it.
Yeah.
Lack of it was crap. And I just say, I'm looking forward in the future. I'm still a little concerned. Arnold holds the ball a little long, and he's too scatty to want to just, if the guy's not there. And you know where I took those words from? From their podcast. Auburn media said, we like it. Throw the ball, had a lot of yards. But it is, you did play Ball State. And he's holding it a little too long, and working check down is a little better. This is coming from them, and I 100% agree. I agree with Auburn media.
Well, he's not known. He's known as more of a runner. I mean, he's not known as a bad passer, but he's not known like a Nussmeier.
Well, it's just not what he's good at, and it's okay if you're not. I mean, Julio Jones wasn't a good passer neither. Just not what he did. He was a run blocking, catching machine.
Yeah, definitely.
Alabama. Lastly, I don't know how you can't put that any else. They did a good job. I'm trying to think wrongly things that I saw bad. It's hard to say defensively because Monroe.
They didn't give up no yards. Auburn didn't give up no yards.
They didn't.
68.
Monroe didn't even pass the 50. But Bama they complete domination. There was never any doubt. It was not like close at halftime. You're like Georgia. You're like, what's going on here? What? They had to score. Oh, it's 14 to nothing. And just wait a minute, what's going on? Why is it 14-7?
Right.
So, if anybody will get Georgia ready, it's Kirby. But that's I thought I wrote this down. That's the least amount of points Georgia scored against a FCS school in
years,
a while.
Yeah,
I think it said 2011.
I was shocked. I saw their yardage and it just didn't fit. Of course, they had turnovers.
I was like, yeah,
but they had 2 fumbles.
Yeah,
I think. No, that was LSU that had 2 fumbles. I don't know. It didn't fit. I mean, they didn't give up no yards, but they didn't beat them bad.
So that's, we kind of give you a rundown of the week and spend a lot of time on that. Now we're going to do AP poll. We got to look at it, Dean. I sent it to you earlier. We'll take a stab at it here. The old AP poll. Are you surprised about any of them, or are you kind of on board with most of it, or they're looking about right?
Most of it. I'm not 100% sure on LSU being number 3. I'm not 100% sure on South Carolina being 11. I do like Iowa State. I think Georgia beats Tennessee this week. I think A&M may need to be on up. Ole Miss, I don't know. I do think Alabama's better than Ole Miss. I don't know about A&M. We'll find out, I guess. Well, we know we won't.
Look at this team right here at 18, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stick them there. They beat Florida and Boise, I guess. I mean, Auburn and Missouri, I don't have no problem with them being ranked in the lower. Who is that? That Michigan, I don't know. And that Texas Tech, I think Texas Tech's good.
I don't know. I ain't seen crap about Texas Tech.
I mean, well, I just know they had a lot coming back. The only ones I would disagree with, I'm not going to say strongly disagree, but I'm just not sure that LSU is the number 3 team in the country.
With how they've played, I'm okay with it. I'm on. It's
They're
still
playing really good defense, though.
It's still early to tell. Ohio State's they're the champs from last year. Whatever we know.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with
Penn
that.
State's rocking along. I think
You're not big on Texas being 7, are you?
that's probably about right. That's where I had them in mind, like 6 or 7. I know the effect, and I know, well, here's another thing some other fan base is going to be mad about when I say this. Florida State, I guess, man.
10, I don't know.
It's because you beat Bama. Like, I've seen players literally win the Heisman just because they beat Alabama. Johnny Manziel won the Heisman because he beat Alabama. I mean, I watched the dude play his career. That ball off the butt or whatever, and throwing it up and blindfolded through his legs, and smoked a cigarette, and it's the Bama effect. You beat them, you're in. They did beat them. Hey, there's no doubt about it. I think
they did.
I'm gonna have them maybe at like 12 or 13.
Yeah, I think I might have.
I would swap them in Iowa State.
Yeah,
I would swap Iowa State and Florida State. I could do that swap and be.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle of that.
I'm more on line with that. I don't think they should be in the top 10 yet. Should they be in the top 25? 100% yes.
Yeah.
But 10? I know they only won 2 last year, and I know they got a lot of new players, but,
I'm not – can Indiana – I'll never rank them. They play – Kennesaw State this weekend. They play Grambling. They played Todd. They still ain't played they didn't even play guys. Somebody help me. I don't even know if they played an FBS team.
They haven't. I don't think.
I just don't think they have.
Now they might have.
I don't think they have, guys. I mean,
but I'm not sure on that.
Illinois is the half word. A lot of people's talking about that.
I kind of like them, man. I'll be honest. I don't know about them being number 9. I'm kind of like you, Iowa State and maybe Oklahoma. Maybe be that 9.
See, Mark makes sense. He's got some common sense.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, that's just sense. Like he's just watching the game, giving his take on it, and I agree. He said that he's a little concerned right now, still with Auburn's offensive line. It's just there's some things they need to seal up to get ready when you go play teams like Oklahoma. Because they are not going to be jogging through there like Ball State or Baylor.
No, Oklahoma. Because
Jackson got his yards. Those were not designed quarterback runs. And what I was trying to say week 1 was those yards that he got are a little foggy on the stat book because they look like something. But, he was having a run like Monroe last year. Why did Monroe have all them rushing yards? Guys, a lot of those runs were not designed runs for Monroe. He was running because he was about to get sacked.
Yeah.
Because the offensive line was not playing good. Let's see here. Clemson's too high, his opinion.
Yeah. Yesterday maybe. Swap
them and Bama. No, swap them and Ole Miss or something, I guess.
I don't know that Alabama should be 18. I'm not saying they should be in the top 10.
No, I had them at like 15, 14.
And I don't believe South Carolina will ever hold up to that 11. I don't believe Tennessee will hold up to 15.
Yeah.
Sorry, Logan.
You're talking about teams that 12 is who would be in the playoffs right now.
I think Georgia should be number 3. LSU 4. Oregon 5. Miami 6. Who's 7 there? Texas, Notre Dame. And I personally think Oklahoma and Iowa State should be in the top 10, followed by Illinois and maybe Florida State.
Not Notre Dame and Florida State. I just don't see Notre Dame and Florida State being in. And Texas is still –
I don't know. I'd leave.
Texas is lost. It's number 1. But golly, man, you're talking about – I mean, they didn't show up, but good thing that they at least had their defenses players wasn't walking around like Alabama's was. Because if they'd been walking around like Bama's players, they'd have got blowed out.
I'd probably have Alabama at 15, 14, something like that. Maybe 15.
Kennesaw State is technically an FBS because they play in the conference. Yeah, that's true.
Got some good games this week.
Yeah, we got some good ones ahead.
6, I think, 5 or 6.
Yeah, y'all come in and Tuesday, and I'll break some of them down. And here's, darn it. You asked me about Wisconsin earlier.
Yeah, 2-0. I mean, I know
they beat the Red Hawks of Miami and Middle Tennessee. So that's that. They've won 42-10 over Middle Tennessee and 17-0 Miami. Sorry.
And that's pretty much the end for them as far as easy games for quite a while.
Well, they got trash Maryland, Michigan's mid, Iowa's okay, Ohio State, okay. Oregon.
Yeah,
October's
Oregon
tough.
Back. Washington.
They're okay.
Indiana,
Trash.
Illinois, Minnesota. Whew.
Indiana's trash. They should. Everybody needs to start scheduling Indiana for homecoming. I can't stand that. That is the team that bothered me. All the crap that happened last year. I wasn't so mad at SMU. I mean, at least they did play for their conference.
Yeah. You
what Indiana
I
do?
never heard you say much about SMU or Arizona
No,
State.
I liked Arizona
or even
State.
I don't think he was crazy about Clemson. But Clemson did win the conference.
I know, and I'm a big. If you win your conference guy, I'm that guy. So I can't go back on my word. I am a man of my word. I was born in the 70s. Us men were men, and the dogs knew it.
But yeah, you were never happy with
Indiana.
No.
Come on, man. Put Ole Miss in the.
Wasn't crazy about Boise being in there either.
Well, but they're that team. You got to put one of them in there. Like UNLV or somebody this year is going to be the same way.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same
okay.
way. Yeah,
I don't have a problem on one of them.
Anything next week? We'll look at these. Oregon Northwestern, 11 o'clock Fox, ESPN kicks. I'll be watching this one probably.
I think that'll be a very good
Clemson,
game.
Georgia Tech. I think it'll be better than y'all think it is.
Yeah. And I don't really know why they're not ranked.
Clemson's favored here by 10.
I think Georgia, I don't agree with that at all.
Oklahoma Temple, I'm on
spread in that.
I'm fired up about that one. Well, I'm so
Temple
excited.
upset them?
No.
Okay. I think Alabama will be okay. I think Oklahoma will be okay.
11 o'clock, ABC. I know people will still ask. ABC, 11 o'clock. And also South Alabama, Auburn, 11:45. Auburn's on SEC Network this week. And they play it 11:45. Auburn's favored by 3 touchdowns, 25.5. You like that spread for them?
Yes.
Think they cover?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Bama covers at 20?
No, I don't know. Is it 20?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 25. My bad.
See, it's going down. And it may change some as the week goes on.
Maybe.
I'll say Bama covers.
Yeah.
Maybe. If not, it'll be 17. They'll win by,
Yeah, I think they can.
Auburn covers by 23 touch. Oh, man, if they fiddle fart around, look, man, South Alabama's got some. I mean, they're smaller and they're that college.
They're better than Ball State, aren't they?
Yes, and their college is used as a springboard, like Fluff did, to go on and do better. Which that's what the portal is for. Let me be clear about that, because I don't like the portal. But this is what it's for. It's not. We got to stop letting guys go from, well, I'm going to go from Auburn, Alabama. No, you're not. You can't. Well, you're denied. But everybody, I don't care what everybody else does. You want to come from a smaller Sanford or when they were playing, and you want to move up to a big school? Okay.
Yeah. Well, like Fluff, he had 800 yards there.
Or if you change conferences, like Dominique Thomas, Ohatchee, left Clemson. You weren't going to get to play much. Leaves, goes to Ole Miss. Okay. He changed conferences. I can dig it. The big game for the weekend, Georgia favored by 7.
I think they covered that. And I don't think Tennessee's bad, but I don't think they're as good as they've been in the last 2 years.
It's in Knoxville.
I'm sorry, I don't. I think Georgia beats them.
2:30 game in Tennessee. It's going to be a nice weekend. It's going to be probably good, cool football weather at 2:30.
I think they'll get after Aguilar.
He's been pretty money, dude.
He has. He's playing well.
I think they made a good trade.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because Nico's not having a good time at UCLA.
No, and I don't think it's all his fault. But
we're going to find out also on Fox at 2:30. This in Texas Tech, they're favored by 23. They should just go in there and light Oregon State up.
Is Oregon State bad? 23?
Yeah, they ain't won a game. This game shouldn't be interesting. Iowa State and Arkansas State.
Iowa State's got a good squad.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, Missouri plays. They'll host Louisiana. They're favored by 25.
I think they'll be all right.
The Raging Cajuns now.
I think they cover, though.
That's one of my teams. Them in Eastern Carolina, folks. If you're new to the channel, I love them teams.
I don't think they cover.
I like their uniforms. I like their coaches coach hard. I like them teams.
Yeah, they play good. Louisiana's always played
good. Texas is favored by 41. They play also on SEC Network.
I don't have no idea. 41?
I don't know if this UTEP. I do know last year now they had a running back. I don't know if he's still there or not.
UTEP has not been real good lately.
Last year they had a tailback, bro. He was smoking it.
41. I mean, they may.
I don't.
What's UTEP so far?
They lost to Utah State, and
Who's actually pretty good.
They lost by 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm. Then they beat. Who they beat?
UTM.
Is that Tennessee Martin?
Yeah. Yeah, I see their logo now.
Yeah, they're not very good.
No.
Well, I mean, they're small.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah. I mean, they may be good in their conference, but they're not going to be able to play with UTEP.
I don't know if that's that guy, man. I can't remember his name. Maybe if I see it on here, I may not remember it. Hassan Wilson.
He's averaging 59 yards a game.
He's from Florence, South Carolina. I've seen that. Must be him. Number 14. I can't remember. So I'm going to quit trying to remember. They had a tailback, and he was just smoking it last year. So that's kind of, some for the next week games.
What about Notre Dame, Texas A&M?
Yeah.
Who do you think wins that?
South Florida, Miami.
What's the
Don't
spread?
forget about that one. 16, Miami.
Huh.
Both 2-0. Number 5 plays number 18 on the CW Network's bringing you some good football guys.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they've bought in now this year. They spent a bunch of money to get football. So Peacock will have Ohio and Ohio State. Not interested. Arkansas, Ole Miss.
It's at Ole Miss. So I think I'll stick with Ole Miss.
They're favored by 9.5. It's on ESPN. These are your night games. That was at 6:30. What about 6.5 point favorite LSU hosting the Florida Gators?
Buddy, that's a tough one.
These last 3 games are, I don't know, I'm going to have to get them all on at the same time. I may have to go buy another TV.
That is a tough one. I think Vanderbilt upset South Carolina. I'm going to go on and call that one. I do not think Florida beats LSU, and I think Notre Dame beats A&M. What's the spread on Notre Dame?
6.5.
They may cover that.
Notre Dame is 0-1. Remember, they were off last week.
Yeah, but they could have won that Miami game. They had their chances. They just didn't. That was a good game.
What about? Let me say this before we get off.
And
here.
I will say this about Notre Dame: they probably have a tougher schedule than a lot of teams. I don't know if they play anybody that's not FBS.
I'll say this, Dan. It just wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You just know how it goes. I thought this once I seen the matchup. You just be honest with me. Just say, Matt, you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be surprised at all if Florida went up there and beat LSU?
No.
I'm telling you, people.
I don't think they will, but no, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Don't forget the late game, Wyoming and Utah. We are very excited. They're both undefeated.
We're not watching nothing else.
We're going to clue in on that. We're having ribs and steak dinner, Utah, Wyoming.
Yeah, but don't come over here before that.
No, we're going. You were locked in on Utah and Wyoming, and it is a.
Am I crazy to pick Vandy over South Carolina? Vandy just smoked Virginia Tech, 450 yards.
Well, we'll find out. They're going to have to hear the Sandstorm song. It's the South Carolina.
What's the spread?
5.5.
I think they at least cover.
Okay.
I'm talking about Vandy. They may not win.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
I
think Vandy may be for real. Am I crazy?
Well,
they beat Alabama last year. They beat Auburn. They beat Georgia Tech.
They don't have the guys they have last year. Some of their line stuff's different.
Running back.
Their quarterback. Their cornerback, DeRicky, he's coaching now.
To coach there?
No, he's at. I think he's back in Gas City.
He's good. He ended up doing well.
Sure, yeah, he did. So the upset of the weekend, I'm going to say Florida. It's just so weird. It's just crazy how stuff happens.
Well, then
everybody's drowned in him for losing South Florida, and then something crazy will happen. Like, they go beat LSU.
Yeah, there.
Because LSU's not real great at home the past few years, are they? They can't beat Alabama at home.
This is supposedly his best team. I mean, he's had some good teams. I don't think he does bad. A lot of people can't stand Brian Kelly. I just don't think he does bad. But especially when Daniels was there, I mean, they did good.
Julian saying, headed to Ohio State. I'm trying to help them get back on board. I don't know about him yet, Jeff.
I'm not.
I'll take Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
And he left Bama to go up there, and we kept Ty. So
yeah, I'm not sold on him, but that don't mean he's not any good.
Michigan head coach will be serving his suspension. Yeah, that's true. Because he got to pick. How you get to pick your suspension? He should have been suspended for Oklahoma game, which it didn't matter.
Yeah.
How you get to pick your suspension? Okay, coach, you're going to be suspended next year for a game. You go ahead and pick it. Which one you want it to be?
I'll sit out that.
I'll take out the Western Michigan game.
Big D seafood up here.
We'll sit out Central Illinois Southwest College. Oh, darn, man.
We're going to sit out American Apparel.
Yes, we're not playing in this weekend. We're going to wait. We're going to play. Let's see. Michigan head coach. Yeah. Jeff says he'll bring the soda. Yeah, bring on a gallon of tea. That's my thing. That's what I'd use to drink during a football game. So
forget it.
Congrats again to Keyshawn Woods, Big Diamond Player of the Week. We do appreciate you. Yeah, about 2 hours. This is we get on here and we get to going, Dean. There's a lot of football. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. There wasn't a lot of good games, but we really had to talk about some games. So we're ready to get off. Everybody's going to finish their night and get up and go to work tomorrow. I got to get up early. Let's see. What did I have? Touchdown score till late in the second. No, see. Oh, yeah, Georgia, the narrowest margin versus a non-FBS since 2012. They played Tennessee at 3:30. Alabama 73 had 17. They're minus 17 versus Wisconsin.
Is it minus 17 now?
Well, that was another site, a different site.
I wonder what the official is. I think they can cover 17. I thought it was 25. It was Auburn. It was 25.
Yeah.
I think Auburn can cover that against South Alabama. But
here's the thing with Auburn. It's been so bad so long there. Their fans and me too, watching you hold your breath like you're just waiting for them to mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting for something, stupid to happen. You're like, what?
They took care of business so far. And the Baylor win looks a little better with them beating SMU.
Well, Mark said, the offensive line and Jackson, his ball timing, and I just don't. I didn't think it's a good. I thought there was better. He could have went. They offered Sellers $4 million and he wouldn't come.
I don't blame him for offering.
And you got to offer.
I think Sellers is a very loyal player. Yeah, I'm not knocking Auburn at all. You got to ask him.
Yeah, well, you're going to ask, but he's not.
I just think
they tried to get Keelan Russell. Before he come to Bama, they offered him $5 million to come before he ever even.
And Sellers ought to get in that Heisman talk. Well, we love Sellers. We love him.
We ain't going to get to find out really this weekend much from him. So,
well, Andy,
you think they'll?
I think they might beat him. I mean, they dismantled Virginia Tech, and South Carolina beat Virginia Tech too, but it wasn't as bad. I know you can't go by that.
Well, we'll already find out more. And the Notre Dame, A&M is at Notre Dame, by the way. Somebody asked me that.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame will be okay. I think Notre Dame's pretty good. Need to get Love the ball more probably, but their quarterback did well. They just couldn't. Miami looked good. Miami's got some players.
AP poll, last run at it. Top 12 teams: Ohio State, Penn State, LSU, Oregon, Miami 5, Georgia, Texas, Notre Dame, Illinois, FSU 10, South Carolina, Clemson. They round out to 12, and there we are. And that's it, guys. We love all you guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. We had a lot of people on, man, tonight.
Yeah, good show. Good
had a lot of people on. Let's go grab a bean and get ready to have a good work week, man. God bless everybody, and y'all be safe out there. And we'll see you Tuesday night, 6:00 right here.
Y'all have a good week.
See y'all.